Hey guys, welcome to week number 14. The end is near. 2 more weeks to go. So close. I'm sure this time of the semester is pretty stressful for you all, but I hope that you are taking the time to just breathe, not stressing too much. I know it's hard, but we're almost there. So, looking back on what we've been working on this past week was pretty great with our video responses. We were talking about genre, and we had a reading that I was really glad to see the video responses. Nearly everyone started with, I really liked the Dirk reading. It was really interesting, meta, it was easy to understand. So I'm really glad you all were able to get that reading, work with it, and use it to help you with your own projects. So a couple of the things that were pointed out, or actually, let me clarify one thing first, because I think everyone had just a slight confusion with this. What the Dirk reading was trying to get us to look at was this kind of modern interpretation of the meaning of genre. We normally consider genre to be related to films or books, right? You got sci-fi, you got adventure, you got action, you've got mystery, comedy, romantic comedy, right? But the Dirk reading was trying to get you to see that genre in the modern context is not just about what category the content of something fits into, but the way that you can also use genre to explain how that text is created. So in this understanding, film could be a genre, right? Film, novel could be a genre, music is a genre, right? Song, album would be another genre of music, or a concert, right? Versus an album or a song performed on a CD, right? Different kinds of genres. So keeping that open-minded idea, genre referring to the mode in which you create a text, right? And then you've got genre conventions, which are the rules that exist in a genre setting. So ways you can think about this, right? You've got Facebook, you've got Twitter, and you might have BuzzFeed or Instagram, right? On Facebook, the genre convention is you post things, usually you share or you like, or if you post something of your own creation, it's going to be relatively short. But on Twitter, it's the same idea, but even shorter, right? 140 characters, you're limited to that much. How do you accommodate for that limit? And then you get the tiny URLs that you create on different websites and things like that. And then on Instagram, it's not text-based, it's photo-based, right? So you're trying to do the same thing you might do on Facebook and Twitter, but now in a photo. So looking at those kind of things, the way that you create the content, express the content is going to differ between the different platforms, even if you are expressing the same idea, right? You do it in 140 characters, in 140 words, or in a picture. So another example is, I've asked you guys to do this all semester with real life stuff. So another example would be something I experienced is with graduation ceremonies. I graduated from Chaminade University in town, and they are a Catholic Marianist university. So my graduation was very different from what I've witnessed attending graduations at UH West. We had rules like we couldn't wear lace during the ceremony. You had to just have your stoles, your sashes, whatever, but no lace. They had to wait till afterwards. We could not decorate our caps. I know that's a popular thing to do among many universities, but we weren't allowed to. We couldn't toss them in the air at the end when it was declared you're officially graduated. But at all of the more local universities, even on the mainland too, right? State schools are different. They have more of the culture of the location, the state, wherever, instilled in them. So at UH West graduations that I've been to, everyone decorates their caps basically. certain people will have lays on from the moment they walk out. Lots of Samoan yells going on when someone's name is called and they cross the stage. So both graduation ceremonies, but very different ways of going about them. So they have very different conventions just by the setting, right? Genre setting in which they occur. Okay? So again, the genre for you guys is not so much a satirical Facebook quiz with satire being the genre as it is just Facebook quiz in and of itself, right? So with your guys' videos, you did a really good job of connecting the audience requirements with the genre that you were creating. I really liked what I was seeing going on with people having looked at other people's videos and commenting on them in their own. I've been trying to get you guys to do that all semester, so it was great to see it show up in week 13. But some of the videos I really liked were Nicole's talking about why she's choosing to do the coloring pages and how she's got to do things like make the lines on the coloring page really thick because it will frustrate a younger kid who may have difficulty staying within them, and you want them to be able to not get frustrated with the text that you're trying to get them to get this information from. And then the connection between kids are blank slates, and so we want to not talk back against a message, but just create a message as if it were always already there. Okay? We also had people talking about how they're going to link their text together, where if they create a WordPress page, they might link to that page on a Twitter page or a Twitter profile or a poster. I think this was Lehua. She was going to create posters and have the link to her WordPress site on there as well. And then someone commenting about different there was also some good talk about how the way that a blog is usually an opinion piece plays into it, where you're going to have more subjective info than objective, but you're also going to back it with different statistics and things like that. And this was Jessica E. also, Jessica Skina also commented on the same thing. Opinion supported by source material. So part of that is bringing in links to different sites. You can do that in your blogs. But you're right, blogs are entirely opinion-based. So keeping that in mind is going to really be important with your constructing them and the content that you post on there. So let's see. With the blogs last week, everyone had a really clear idea of why they're doing what they're doing, and I thought everyone really expressed those ideas well, but I wanted to push back against those of you who are doing Facebook pages or blogs even, to consider not just why am I doing what I'm doing, but the call to action part was, how are you going to get other people involved, right? Facebook is very, very limited in its interaction, I guess you could say. We all think that we're getting involved if we hit like or share, but really you want to inspire your audience to do even more with this kind of stuff. So consider doing things like asking them to post their own photos. I've seen this with different celebrity Facebook pages, right? They'll post a picture of them on Mother's Day with their own mother, and then that inspires their followers to then post, here's a picture of me with my mother or something, right? Perfect thing for Mother's Day coming up soon. You can have them build a survey, a Facebook survey, and show statistics for something. That might be something good for like the infomercial project or the All Lives Matter that one of you is working on, you can use hashtags to encourage them to post back to your page. What you're trying to do though is not just have them be like, oh cool, I'm going to join this group, but you want them to do something other than just join. You want to get your message spread somehow. So you're trying to encourage the changing and countering of the message that you're fighting against. So think about the different ways you can do this. You can put prompt questions or scenarios and have them answer these, and any of the other things that I've already mentioned and more. Okay, so keep in mind that call to action. What is the action that you want them to do here? So this week, this is the second to the last week, so we're getting ready to wrap up this project due on Monday right now. That may be changing, I'm not sure, but for now we're going to keep it on Monday. This week is workshop week. I do not have the workshop partners posted as of filming this video. I realized I put up the stuff, or scheduled the pages for WordPress to go up at midnight last night and forgot to put in the workshop partners. So once I finish this, I'm going to go post those partners up. If you are watching this, they may already be up by now. So those workshop partners will be going up. The workshop questions are already there on the calendar page. Remember that I'm focusing on these exact things for the grading of these projects, so keep that in mind. As far as what you're sending your partner to workshop, send them whatever you have right now. So I know Cherie had the Facebook page group set up, and I did read your post, your blog post of frustration, Cherie, so I went and I joined your group. Sorry, last week, actually these last 3 weeks are really busy for me, so I just didn't get to it, but now I did. But you're going to send your workshop partners whatever you have right now. If you have a Facebook page started, you can send them a link. If you don't have an actual text created yet, first off, get going on that, and second, what you can send to your partner is maybe a list of resources or something you might use, and then an explanation of what you're going to create with these. If you are an art person and you haven't yet created your actual WordPress page or something, you can even draw a sketch and take a picture of how you're going to lay these things out, and then send them the content that you plan to post there. Just whatever you have at this moment. You want to get some feedback this week because it is set to be turned in next week. Okay? So, that's it for the workshop. Again, watch for those partners to be going up. The video response is asking you to tackle the last grammar lesson that you told us you'd be covering this semester, so we'll get that out of the way this week. And then your blog post is non-existent. There's a page for it, but you're not really writing a blog. What you're doing is the course evaluations that are supposed to have gone out today. I did double check on that, and that was the date I saw. So the link to those surveys is on the blog page, and those are not anything fancy-smancy for you guys. I don't know who fills each one out and that kind of thing. What they are is they let me know how this class went, especially being that this was the first online class I taught for West Oahu. I want to know what your guys' feelings about it were, and then they help me to restructure the class. I will be doing English 200 in the fall with different course material this time, but same. I like this format, and I've heard feedback from many of you that you like it as well. So give me your feedback on how you think things went, and that is your blog post for today, or for this week. So workshopping, video response, and course evals are what you got. And next week we will be wrapping things up. You'll have your project due on Monday. Yeah. And then I will be having you all think about everything that we've done all semester, and they kind of wrap it up, a couple of assignments. So that's this week, then next week, and then we bid adieu to each other, unless you ever happen to actually be on campus, which many of you aren't. But we're gearing up for that end of the semester, and so I hope the rest of this week goes great for you. I'll see you in next week's final video, and we will all get ready to jump into summertime once we get through finals week. So have a good rest of your week. Keep working on those projects, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where they end up next week. Have a good one, guys.